I checked out a couple of the Russian Instagram, Facebook pages, and the way they've taken custom culture and used their own influences, their own cars, it's fantastic.
And almost everything you need to build a hot rod or custom car. Yeah?
Здорово, отцы! Меня зовут Александр Sokolay, вы смотрите шоу «Босса про ведра и стиль», очередной эпизод. Погнали! Возможно, многие из вас в прошлом эпизоде заметили новую заставку. Вот эту вот. Что же это значит? Теперь вы смотрите old school show. Па-бам! На самом деле это и есть то самое изменение, о котором я уже говорил на протяжении какого-то времени. Я с удовольствием все это обсужу с вами ниже в комментариях. Пишите свои мысли, задавайте вопросы. Я с удовольствием на них отвечу в следующем эпизоде. Забегая вперед, хочу сразу сказать, что я прекрасно понимаю, что заставка немного, наверное, сыроватая. И если у вас есть какие-то мысли, или, может быть, кто-то из вас может сделать какую-то фееричную, фердупердозную заставку для old school show, тоже обязательно об этом напишите. А возможно, я не знаю, она вам всем нравится такой, какая есть, и стоит ее оставить. В общем, все свои мысли, как обычно, пишите в комментариях. Сейчас вас ждет рассказ об очень интересном месте, которое находится в Англии, который я посетил в январе этого года, а именно магазин, специализирующийся на traditional хотродинге. Но это если в двух словах. Если вам не совсем понятно, что это, о чем это, устраивайтесь поудобнее. Я сейчас вас познакомлю с человеком, который создал это место, с Майлзом Шерлоком, а называется оно JackHummer Speedshop. Let's go, поехали!
Hi, I'm Miles from JackHummer in England, and this is my shop. We started JackHummer 10 years ago. We were selling hot rod parts about 15 years ago, but we opened up on our own 10 years. And we've been in this premises now for 8 years. We felt there was a need for a vintage style hot rod shop in the UK, and it's been very successful. I've been into hot rods and custom cars ever since I was a kid. From the Chelsea cruise in London back in the 1970s. As I grew older, I felt it'd be really good to have a shop that specialised in the traditional side of hot rodding, which no one else had really done in the UK before. And we made JackHummer part of that scene. Over the years, we've supported a lot of the clubs in Europe who've been very kind to give us t-shirts of theirs as a support for the shop. So it kind of shows that we supply parts not just to England, but all around Europe and the rest of the world. This is the shop, this is it, everything is here. So we have everything in the one building. We are agents for a lot of the hot rod companies in America. For instance, we have Moon Eyes. We sell an awful lot of their product. We sell paint from one shot. We do our own range of clothing, hot rod parts, and almost everything you need to build a hot rod or custom car. You know, chassis up, electrics, whatever, we can help. We have quite a cool area to sit down and drink coffee with the guys on the weekend, with magazines and books to read. Yeah, it's a cool place to hang out, you know. We have a small store area now. It used to be a lot bigger, but it's a lot smaller now because we've been specialising more in the finer things. We also have on board now a local pinstriper, Sаймоном Нэфариусом, who people come in and see him and drop stuff off and pick stuff up, and this is Simon. This is our 1944 sedan, which we use as sort of an advertising tool, but pretty much a daily car. Got a little small block Chevy in it, 1962 283. It's all been sign written up with sign work from Simon, who did the doors for us. It's a great little car. Use it all the time. And we built this here. So just a heater on and just drive it. It's completely usable all year round. The only thing that can be bad is if the roads, they put a lot of salt on the road to stop the ice, then it can not be very good for the car. So we normally wait till it's dry in the winter. In the summer, it goes out in all weathers, rain, sunshine, you know, whatever. It only leaks a little bit.
Саймон, а.к.а. Нэфариус, пинстрайпинг. Один из самых известных и уважаемых пинстрайперов в Англии, да и, наверное, не только в Англии, но и, в принципе, по всей Европе, был. К сожалению, был. В июле этого дядьки не стало. Мне посчастливилось познакомиться с ним во время посещения JackHummer Speedshop. Немного поболтать, рассказать о том, как обстоят дела с кастом-культурой у нас в России, поспрашивать у него о том, что у них здесь. Он с удовольствием поделился своими мыслями, и сейчас я поделюсь этим всем с вами.
I'm Sаймон Нэфариусом pinstriping. I've been pinstriping professionally now for, I'd say, close to 15 years, I guess. What started off as a hobby has turned into my job. We all like to show each other tips and tricks and little secrets. It's not like the old days. Apparently all the artists were all very secretive. You know, there's a custom culture community that are happy to share ideas, share knowledge, share experiences. It's great. It's like a little custom culture family. You see the same guys again and again at shows, and quite often you work with them. Sometimes you work against them. Traditionally, everything was sign written. Everything was sign written and painted. It was a trade that you learnt. You learnt how to do it from the older generation. You had an apprenticeship. Then, unfortunately, in the 80s into the 90s, everything went to plastic, to vinyl, to stickers. With the same with the design, it all went to computers. It was easy. Everyone could do it. Problem was that it lost its soul. It lost the feel of handmade. And thankfully now people are beginning to want that back again. It's not just the retro look, but it's people wanting old school skills and crafts back again. People are learning to pinstripe. They're learning to sign write. It's required in some places now. Some towns they don't like plastic anymore. You know, they want people to use traditional sign writers. Some of the older towns, the heritage feel and look. It's good. You know, it's good for tourists. They go to an old town. They don't want to see plastic signage. They want to see hand painted signs. It's quite hard to sometimes justify the costs involved with custom art. I know some lowbrow artists struggle trying to justify why they charge so much. It's the beauty of it is it's not something that everyone can do, which is nice. You know, it's a lot of it has taken years and years and years and years of practice, and people have taken years and years and years to hone their craft, create their own styles. It's nice to be able to charge accordingly. You have to think hard and long, really, on how you charge people. It'd be nice to make a fortune from it, you know. So I think it's easier in places like America, where they understand it more. It's more of their culture. It's certainly a niche market. It's not something that you can sell on the street corner. It's certainly something that you have to find the right market for. That's why it's a little bit underground. It's lowbrow. It's nice not to be too mainstream and mass market, because it's kind of it dilutes it a little bit. The retro thing is definitely big at the moment, and people are making a lot of money off the back of retro.
Mm-hmm.
But this is, you know, the big companies, and what they're selling is a diluted version of retro and custom culture. And people are always popping in. Oh, where's that pinstripe guy? Oh, he's over there, you know. So I was working out of my garage at home. It was quite nice and compact and close to home, but it was hard to get larger work in. And also here, people are in, you know, they're in all day long. So they pop in, they ask about pinstriping. It was just a natural progression for you to move out of the. It's like having a home office and renting an office. You know, coming here, got a bit more space to work with. You can get cars and bikes in, and it's just nice to speak to somebody. not locked away. It's quite a lonely profession. You know, locked away in your workshop, painting away sometimes, which is why the show season's so good. You actually get out and actually see potential customers, and people get to see your work. And here it's the same sort of thing, really. It's just you can get to showcase your work. Without having to always have to put it on the internet. You know, so I checked out a couple of the Russian Instagram, Facebook pages, and the way they've taken custom culture and used their own influences, their own cars, it's fantastic. A lot of people, they say that, oh, you can't do that, it's got to be American, it's got to be this, but no, it's great. That's what hot rodding is all about. You know, take what you've got. You know, if it annoys people, then even better. You know, if you can take a Volga and flake the roof, then that's cool. You know, it doesn't have to be a restoration. I'm sure there's enough guys doing that in Russia as it is, without you know, without another guy doing it. So, you know, throw some more fuel on the fire. You know, get it going. You know, the more you can annoy people, the better.
Yeah.
And what'll happen is more people will look at it and go, we used to have a car like that. That's great. You know, look what I can do with it now. And also, you know, pinstripe and stuff like that. It doesn't matter what car it's on. You know, cars, bikes. Just get down and dirty with them. Do your own thing on them, and I think it's fantastic. It's great. You know, we're obviously we have a lot of European cars here that we've grown up with. We can't all afford American cars. We just take what we've got here. You know, a lot of the British hot rods and customs in the 70s or 80s were all English cars. There's the people who could afford American cars. Now there's more cars coming over. People are finding more cars. They're building cars from just a bulkhead or a wheel or something like that. And people have got the ability to do it now. But a lot of those guys, they learnt how to do it by working on what they had lying around. You know, cars their dad had or their mum had or their friend had at school. You know, it's the way to do it. It's great. I love it.
Words that come from
Ну что ж, друзья, на этом у меня все. По традиции хочется, может быть, быстренько подвести итоги уходящего или, возможно, уже ушедшего на момент появления этого эпизода в сети 19-го. Собственно, итоги. Что касается Old School Show, давайте говорить про это, я уж не буду там лезть в дебри там какой-то личной семейной жизни. Old School Show 2019 состоялось. И еще раз преогромное хочу выразить спасибо всем тем, кто был в это время рядом, кто помогал, кто содействовал, кто поддерживал как только мог. И в особенности хочется выразить просто безграничную благодарность Дашке, моей жене, за то, что терпит, верит, надеется и поддерживает. Old School Show состоялось. Мы сделали сумасшедший, я считаю, привоз, сравнимый, разве что, я не знаю, с привозом Джимми Шайна в 2013 году, которого, кстати, я надеюсь, мы тоже привезем. В 2020, возможно, даже это случится. Мы чопнули очередной запорожец, выхватили очередное количество хейта. Но помимо этого, это вызвало огромный интерес у людей там по всему миру, что, несомненно, круто, я считаю. Вот. Ну, а хейтеры, спасибо вам тоже большое, что вы про нас не забываете, то, что вы тратите свое драгоценное время, пишите, продолжайте. Мы вас всех любим, ценим, каждого в отдельности. Под конец года я, к сожалению, расстался с пикапом. Это уже какая-то такая недобрая традиция. С этим надо обязательно что-то сделать. Но из хороших новостей я, наконец, получил хотрод, который так давно хотел. И я надеюсь, это будет стартом некой такой вехи. Ну, посмотрим, всему свое время. 78-й Dodge Tradesman. Его практически не было видно, но он потихоньку ковыряется, обретает форму. Съездил в Питер, кстати. На этом у меня все. Желаю всем крепчайшего здоровья. Берегите себя и всех своих. И главное, в новом 2020 году, который является годом крысы, по-моему, даже какой-то там металлической крысы. Кстати, наша тема, Red Fink, там все дела. Так вот, в новом 2020 году крысы. Ребята, не будьте крысами. До новых встреч!
I'm whiskey in a bottle now.